So hi, my name is Gellis and this is Infinite Modesty Design. Of course, who we are a Toronto sewing and fashion studio. We do help build the skills of individual with online tutorials and offline sewing classes. Now, if you do need to find out more about our sewing services, kindly check the link in the description below. And also, we kindly consider subscribing. All right, so we will be showing you in this video how to make a very easy drawstring bag. Now, you wonder, why didn't I make a bag like that before? It is so easy, and we are doing it the very easiest way. So the first thing we're going to do here is to get a piece of fabric. So I'm pretty sure you would have a piece of fabric hanging around, or maybe some old clothes that you want to just turn into a bag. All right, so this is about 30.5 inches in length. So the length, you could go shorter, of course, you could go longer, no big deal. So 30.5 inches in length. Okay, and then the width now is about 16.5. So the width itself for the fabric is 16.5. So length is 30.5, width is 16.5, and of course you could always play around with that. Now this fabric itself is the right side, so this is the right side facing me. The first thing I'm going to do here is turn the right sides, so touching right sides like this, and I'm just going to make sure it's just like that. All right, so the next thing you're going to want now is your cord string. Now if you have string lying around the house, fine. If not, then you could also just get a long piece of just cut some strips of fabric itself. This here now is about 2 inches in width, so 2 inches in width, and the length is about 60, and you need about 2 pieces. Right, so if you don't have fabric as long as that, you could also join as well, and that will work perfectly fine. So 60 inches in length itself here, right? So it's long, and then the width itself is 2 inches here. So you need 2 pieces. So I have 1 piece here, and I have 2 pieces here. Okay, so to prepare everything now, this is what we will do. All right, so once we touch our fabric right sides, touching right sides, we're gonna do some guides. I love to work with guides. For those who know me, I'm gonna do 1/2 inch here now from the edge of here to come down. So I'm going to mark 1/2 inch here, so 1/2 inch here, and from that 1/2 inch I'm going to go 2 inches down. So 1/2 inch here, and then I'll mark another 2 inches down here. I'm going to also do the same thing here, 1/2 inch here and 2 inches down here, and also the same thing in the end here, 1/2 inch there and 2 inches down here. Okay, so I'm going to also do it on the other side as well. So both sides, sorry. So 1/2 inch, 2 inches. All right. Okay, another thing I'm going to do as well here in the very bottom here, I'm going to mark about 1 to 1.5 inch up. Right, so see, I have about 1.5 inch up here. You could go 1 inch as well, but 1.5 inch up here, and I'm just going to put a pin here to kind of keep it in place, just like that. And I'm going to do the same thing here, so 1.5 inch up here, and I put a pin here to kind of keep it in place. All right. Okay, then I am going to bend this down here and roll it down to my 2 inches. So I'm preparing everything. So bend it down here and roll it down to my 2 inches. You could also, once you do that, you could also iron it as well to kind of keep it in place. I'm just going to pin it across. All right, so my 1/2 inch here, bend it down to my 1/2 inch, and then roll it down to my 2 inches. That's my preparation there, and of course you want to do that for both ends, for both sides. So 1/2 inch here and roll it down to my 2 inches. So we're just preparing it to sew. Right, if you want to make sure that this is crisp and nice, you could go ahead and just give that a little iron. So that's fine. It's prepared on this side. So just going to come down a little here. So it's prepared on this side, and we're going to turn the other side and do the exact same thing. All right, so again, like I said, if you have cord, you could go ahead and just use cord. Now for my tie string now, I'm going to show you how I prepare it. So my 2 inches now, what I did with my 2 inches, I went on the ironing board and I ironed down the fabric 1/2 inch to 1/2 inch. So 1/2 and 1/2, sorry. So I iron it down like this, 1/2 and 1/2, right, all the way down. Then once it have the middle part here, I take this 1/2 and I bring it in here. Take this 1/2 as well, the other 1/2, and I bring it here, and then I iron it again like that. All right, so just like that. So then I have this. Now I'm going to go ahead and sew my string down to prepared. All right. We'll just sew it down. Okay. All right. So I'm just going to sew it down to the end, the edges, to prepare it in place. So I'm just sewing it down. Alright, so once we finish preparing our elastic now, we're going to put our elastic aside. And then we will take our bag now. And what we will do, so the bending we make, the prepare we did earlier, we're going to go ahead and just do 1/8 of an inch stitches, or actually just say a very small stitch itself. So on both sides, we're going to do a very, very small stitch. So for the measurement of the stitch, it could be 1/8 of an inch. It's a very, very, very small stitch. We actually just hemming the edge down. Okay, so just gonna do a very, very, very small stitch. So we finish it one side. I'm going to do the other side now. Okay, so one thing I forgot to mention as well, if you're dealing with, if like this, my fabric, you have the raw edge. If your fabric don't have the raw edge, you want to actually go ahead and do a hemming down as well. So what I did, this side of my fabric didn't have a raw edge, so I just go ahead and I just fold it in, bend it in, and just do a hemming down. So I just did one edge. So just bend it. You could do a double fold right in the edge, and then you go ahead and you fold this. So this is just in case your fabric has the raw edge. Eventually it would free out, so you want to just go ahead and do bending like this. This is the natural edge, so I don't have to worry here. So yeah, I just do it for this one. All right, so we're gonna get back. All right, so now that we have our hemming down here, we're gonna get prepared to do our bag now. We're gonna take a pin here. We're gonna match it just here. We're gonna go just under here, just under our pin here. Take the other side as well. We're gonna match it right here. Just make sure it's match up like this. And you put the pin just under, right? So now, remember we had a guide here. We had a guide down here. And then we had a guide around here. So the guide was like 1.5 inch up from the edge here, just to kind of leave it open. So we're gonna go on our machine and we're gonna do a 1/2 inch stitch from here right down to our guide. 1/2 inch stitch from here right down to our guide. So I'm hoping you're seeing that very well. And then I'm gonna start 1/2 inch stitch, and of course we're gonna do our back stitch. We're gonna take out our pin, and we're gonna start. Again. Alright, and then we're gonna hustle from the bottom on this side. Alright, I'm gonna put my needle down, make sure I'm on 1/2 inch. Then I'm gonna take my pin out. Start here. Okay, so it's just like this now. So what I could do, I could turn it around for now. You don't have to iron it yet. You can iron it at the very end. Okay. And when you iron, you will just iron, of course, make sure everything is nicely ironed down nicely. All right, so you would take your cord string now. You put it here. And then you would push it in. Push it down just like this. Just push it down. Right. And pass over this side. Let's continue on. There. All right, so you're gonna come back on this side. So you're just gonna pull it through. That's it. Pull it through, pull it through. Just make sure it's level. Right, now you would do the other side. So you have one on this side. Take your pin, put it on this side, and then you push it on the other side here. So make sure it's on this side and not on this side anymore. You're on this side, and you push it through. So it could be a little bit challenging because you have two string in there now. Just take your time and try your best. Push it down, 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 down. So you continue pushing it down. Continue going down. Could be challenging. So you want to pass this side and continue on the other side. See what I did here? So you want to come on the other side here. See that? So it would be a little bit challenging. It all depends on the string you have as well. So you just want to pull it through. Take the pins off. And now you have the pull. So you see on this end now, so you just have to straighten it out. Okay, so I hope you see that very well here. So now what you will do now, you would take your cord string here and you would push it inside. So you take your cord string here now, the two of them here, and you'll push it inside here. Alright, so what I will do, so just like this, so I'm going to push it down. So basically you want it like this, right? Just like that. So what I'm going to do to make it easier for you, I'm just going to turn it right side again, the other side. Turn it back this way. Right? Then my cord here now, this cord here, I'm going to shove it on the inside. So here, I'll just shove it back on the inside. See that? So I just turn it back right side, and I take this cord and I shove it on the inside. And I'm going to seal it down here. So I'm going to put it here. So I'm just going to put a pin to kind of tuck it in place here. That's it. And then the other side now, we'll do the exact same thing. So take this and shove it back inside here. Okay, and then it come out here. I'm going to take a pin and I tuck it in place. That's it. Now I'm just going to do 1/2 inch, and I'm going to go over, back and forth, over and over to make sure it's really strong. Okay, so we're going to go here. You know, it's a bank, so you just have to be careful with your machine. If you have okay, so I'm just gonna go over again. You just have to be careful, because if it's a domestic machine you have to be careful. If it's an industrial machine, it's easy. And I hope you understand why I'm going back and forth, because it's a cord, you want to make sure it's strong. So I'll just do the other side now. Okay, back and forth. Trim out any thread, whatever, on the side. Okay. Alright, so now this is what your bag looks like. You turn your bag around. Go ahead and iron it if you wish. It's always good to iron it to make sure it comes out really neat. That's the key, to iron it. Anything that you find that is need to trim it out, any loose thread. Okay, so this is your backpack. Draw it around like this. See that? Yep. Okay, so this is our final result, and of course if you want you could go ahead and play around. So this is my Grenada flag I put on as an applique on one of the bags. Yeah, you could definitely go ahead and try it out. Let me know how it goes. And also you could let us know what other videos you would like us to make for you. The very easy DIY videos. Again, this is Gellis at Infinite Modesty Design.